Good evening, everyone. So I'm here to present a bit about the company that I founded approximately 1 year ago, which is called Tomorrow. The big problem we're trying to solve, fossil fuels. So most of the energy in the world still, unfortunately, comes from fossil fuels. Huge problems, for example, global warming, you've heard of it. The big plan that humanity has come up to fix this thing is to use electricity instead. The thing is, it's not a super good solution is if that electricity is not generated using low carbon energy sources. And right now, it's still 60% that is generating using fossil fuels. So if you want to fix a problem, the first thing is measure where electricity comes from and then try to fix it. So we built this thing called the electricity maps. It's completely free. You can go online, check it. Don't do it now after the pitches. But this thing shows in real time where your electricity comes from and how much greenhouse gas was emitted in order to produce it. Now, this basically tells you what you're putting inside your electric car, and the color on the map shows how much carbon was emitted and how clean the electricity in your electric car is. So it's not just an aggregation of fancy data. It's actually a quite complicated mathematical model that retraces the origin of the electricity. Long story short, it's complicated because the electricity system is very tied up. There's a lot of imports, exports, so if you do something in Spain, it will affect Denmark. What do we do with all, so first of all, did people like it? Actually, there was 1 million visitors since we launched it approximately 1 year ago. And since that time, we've had 3,000 daily users coming to see those things. So based on a community we're able to create, we gathered even more data, and now we have 70 countries. So we have the biggest database of carbon electricity. We sell all of this data and those insights to energy consultants and other people looking into understanding what is the best decarbonization strategy. But now comes a very interesting thing. This is an animation that shows over a couple of weeks how the color varies. And you can see there's a lot of countries blinking. That's because they rely so much on renewable energy. Obviously, you cannot have low carbon electricity when the wind is not blowing and you only have wind turbines. So the thing we're trying to do is we use complex machine learning and AI in order to make a forecast of how this electricity system is going to be in the next 72 hours. And then we feed that forecast to the IoT world. For example, your smart thermostat should listen to our forecast in order to heat up at the right time. It has a bit of flexibility, and by doing so, we reduce the footprint. So we sell this to device manufacturers. They can optimize and they can show their customers how green they are. The biggest use case I'm very excited about is electric vehicle. They're basically a battery on wheels, and as their owners are very environmentally conscious, it makes even more sense that, for example, E.ON would work together with us in order to make that dream happen of having those electric vehicles charged with clean electricity. Thank you.